What have I done, dude? Why did you have to do that? Please just go. Please just go. Oh. Why? Why do I exist with my head, dude? Why do I exist? I'm gonna sit down here and I'm gonna practice this trick until I can get it, because I do not want to run this again if I cannot get this. I messed up so badly on that boot. Well, it's not really messing up. Well, it is messing up, but like I don't even know what I'm doing. There has to be some manip for it. I'm gonna find this. Dude, what the heck? So I get the slowest manip ever. He still goes down some way. That boot looked like it was gonna go left. And then I get the double. Like I get the ghost to be somehow still close. And then I do that. I bonk. It's always This is really like the worst thing about... I would say this is the worst thing about speedrunning Luigi's Mansion now. Yeah, it's probably the worst thing in the game. I'm not even kidding. This is probably the thing about this game that I dislike the most. This specific boot. Or this specific boot double, I suppose. Of course, I get it when I'm not doing that. Maybe I should just aim the C-stick all the way down. It still does that. It still does that. I have no idea what to do to not do that. There has to be a way to avoid that. Yo, what's up, Rob? Thanks for good luck. I really need good luck with this trick. I don't get why. I don't get why I always fail this so hard. I'm gonna try double R pump. Yeah, that doesn't do anything. That just lowers the damage even more. Okay, I'm gonna try something. I'm gonna not hold the direction. I'm just gonna hold neutral when I do the damage. I found out what I was doing wrong for King Boo 1 cycle, but I need to find it out too for this, because there has to be some way you can at least get that boot consistently down. There has to be a way. In practice, I'm like infinitely better than runs. Because in a run, there's like something on the line, and that kind of messes with my head. Was there something in there? I didn't even... I'm gonna try going a bit more up. Yo, maybe that is just... Yeah, maybe that could actually be it, because if you go up, then the boo has no room. The boo has to go down if you go... Why didn't I think of that earlier? Dude, maybe that's actually the strat. Yeah, that would make sense, because if you go up, the boo cannot go up, because you're already above it. Like, all the way up. Dude, maybe this is the strat. I don't want to get my hopes up, but this might be it. Of course, because the boo has a clock. The boo has the timer. Like, the boo has a timer of how early it can leave the room, and so if you do damage right away, if it's high, it cannot go up, because then it's up. And so it goes another way, either left or right, so if you're to the left of it, it goes, or left or down, so if you're to the left of it, it goes down. Of course. If this is the answer all along, I'm gonna go. Dude, this might be it, dude. If this is it... if this is actually like the strat, then I'm gonna go insane. It seems to work more consistently, but then again, it's always something. It's always a predetermined cycle event. I guess it's not that bad if even if you do that. But like it's always like the same exact cycle of events. First, I mess up boo double in a run and get tilted. Then I go and practice it. Then I change one thing, and then it works 3 times in a row, or something. Even more most of the time. Why? And then I do it in runs again and it doesn't work, and I have to find something else. Because it might just be coincidence that I'm getting it now. I'm avoiding the look animation more often than not. Maybe it's just plain impossible to avoid it consistently. That is, of course, a possibility. I'm thinking. Where could you go to, possibly? If there's like I'm gonna try standing in like the brown square there. Okay, I'm gonna keep going to that brown square and I'm gonna see if I can do. I'm gonna just keep going to that brown square, hold neutral, and aim a bit up. And aim like right. See what that see what that is? See how he wanted to go up, but he didn't leave because his clock, like his timer, was not done. Because every boo has like a timer from when they spawn to when they can leave the room. That is why some boos just leave instantly and others cannot leave until like after a couple seconds. Like for example, if you activate projection boo, it will never just leave right away. It will always just stay there for not any risk in activating it early. Yeah, I didn't move. Now let me think. If I can get this and then also find my own consistent method for the boo activation, then we could be looking at double question mark. If consistent boo double exists, I would always run this game forever. Dude, that brown square. See, it goes up and then it can leave and it just goes down. Yo, Harry, dude. Harry, look at this. Watch this. Ready? I'm gonna manipulate the boot to go down. The brown square, dude. If this actually works, I'm gonna scream. I'm not actually gonna scream because that would be obnoxious. Watch this, right? Yeah, that. I think I need maybe here, like this spot maybe is the good spot, right here, and then I move to the brown square. Might be it. I need to also look at where I aim. I'm gonna try aiming down. I'm gonna try aiming up right. Because maybe if I do up right, it will go up and then it will like bounce from the wall back down. Guess that works. I'm trying to double these boots, but in order to double these boots, you have to manipulate that boo in the storage room to go down the ballroom. And not only do you need it to move down, you need it to move down fast, because otherwise the other boo is already gone. There's certain things you can do to maximize the time you have, like going through this door as early as possible. Okay, maybe down right is actually... But that should still work. Never mind. Okay, I'm gonna try down left now, down right now. If I can get it to like move... Maybe if I stand... Okay, I'm gonna try down right with a bit more of an up angle. That might be the strength. That's pretty much as good as it gets. Like, it's not insta-clip, but it might be like a consistent setup. I didn't move the boo earlier because then he would have looked at me and like been scared, and that's just oh. It still looks at me. I think my issue was there. I faced right. Yeah, that might be it. I faced right. It's even possible. I'm trying to figure out a consistent setup. Right now, it's not known, which is why we don't do it every run. But it saves a ridiculous amount of time. It saves like 6 seconds, like 8 with a good one. Okay, that line is it. Do the line and then you face down right, line, and then you move to the brown square, and then you just neutral R pump. I'm gonna just keep trying that. Downright line. Even if that happens, it's not that bad. I'm not gonna get it now, but it's not even that bad. Okay, that is still better than what I did. I'm gonna try moving over as little as possible. J. Hey. Here, look at this consistent boot double setup that I just found. If I can get it. Never mind, it's bad. Yeah, that's not even that bad. Maybe I may need the up left. I don't know. But yeah, what's up, legend? Okay, I'm gonna try standing exactly on this spot here. Facing like here. Like this. Yeah, no, that doesn't work. The setup I had earlier works way better. I think I may need to move further away. Because this is consistently giving me the same exact result. The boo goes right, then it looks at me, and then it goes like down left to the door. So I think there is some consistency. Maybe I need to move further out of the way before I... Maybe I need to just wait a split second longer before I do the damage. No. I think I know my issue. I maybe need to look... Wait, I noticed this for King Boo, right? So if you're aiming like a bit above him, as in like in a triangle, if your like vacuum aim is like higher than King Boo, like more north, then he goes left. If your vacuum is lower, like more south, then he goes right. I want him to move right because that's out of the way of the bomb. Gotta like adjust your angle. Okay, I think I'm onto something here. Okay, I'm gonna try to get like a consistency where I just hold up left. I swear there is something. I'm gonna go as far up as possible on that line, like in that square area. Oh, if that is consistent insta-clip, I'm quitting this game. Well, not quitting, but I'm gonna run this game a lot more. I'm gonna regret the last years of my life wasted not going for that every run. I shouldn't get my hopes up. There's no way this is. Yeah, no. Not consistent insta-clip, but maybe consistent clip. Consistent clip would already be huge. I would have had that if I didn't move. Okay. Not even in there. Okay, I'm gonna keep messing around with this. Maybe I need to hold damage for a bit longer. Imagine if this was like a frame perfect trick. Like he had to hold R for like 2 frames exactly before letting go. Like you have to deal like 2 damage. That would be 3 frames. Okay, yeah, and you need to wait a bit. You cannot do it just right away. I think you need to wait a bit and then do it. If you do it right away, it's still like in that charge circling animation. And I don't think that's good. I do not think that is the strat. But that was good. And then you need to just follow the boo out properly. I didn't do it good there. I could have gone a bit to the left of the... I think I'm onto something though, because this is working like better than usual. That was the worst attempt I've ever done in my entire life. I moved too late. I think I need to move. What is that? Like, when I'm looking at the boo, usually when I do like that little animation, it goes away. I'm gonna mess around with that. How long have I been doing? Probably like 30 minutes or... I don't even care, I just want to figure this out once and for all. If I could do this once and for all, then... Yeah. Okay. I think if you move like that, it actually works. I'm gonna try some. It might be very weird, but I'm gonna try some. That is the strat. Okay, I'm calling it now. That is the strat. Look at that. That has to be it, dude. Is that consistent insta-clip? That has to be it. That has to be it. That has to be it. Please be it. Dude, if this is actually it, because you can send it down. This is it. Because you can send it down every time. Because if it doesn't do that, it just goes down. If it does do that, you can just manipulate it to go down again. I think this is it. I think I just found consistent Budo. Maybe. I don't want to get ahead of myself again, but there's. This works. Look at that, dude. That was a bit slow, but he does it. He goes down. The only thing is, I do a bit too much health, like a bit too much damage, but I think you could maybe prevent that. Of course it does, because you first do an R pump left, and then you do an R pump above, so it has to go down. Why didn't I think of that earlier? This is it, dude. It has to be it, dude. I just found consistent boot hole. This has to be it. This has to be it. This is the biggest discovery in LM ever, dude. Look at this, dude. Okay, please just keep working. But I cannot think of a reason this wouldn't work. I really cannot think of a reason this wouldn't work ever, because like the boot has to go down because you change directions. So if he first okay. So here's how this works. Normally if you R pump a boo while it's doing like that animation where it's like covering its eyes, it does the animation again if you stand still because it will still be facing you. But if you're like at the other side, like I just did there, then it actually switches direction and just flies out right away. It's what I noticed while I was trying to find a consistent setup. So with that logic in mind, imagine if you just do damage to the boo right away. So you do damage to the boo right away and it goes down. Great. Nothing to do there. If it doesn't go down right away, then you do another R pump. It's like when it starts doing that animation, which always happens if it doesn't go down, you just add an R pump. Okay, that was bad. I didn't get to the right side, but I think you get the idea. This might not be 100% consistent, but it's looking to be like 50% insta-clip at least. I think you need to be like... I was really left of the boot there. You want to be like up left of it, I think. Kinda like that. What the heck? Okay, I need to mess around with this. I think this is it. Maybe I need to delay my second R pump a bit longer. That might be it. Because then I actually get time to move above the boot. See how good that works, dude? If I do it too fast, it's not gonna change direction, so it's just gonna throw around the room. I think that is it. Okay, I messed up the R pump there, but yeah. I was messing around with the C stick a bit too much, I think. This might be it, dude. I'm just gonna trying it. Imagine if this was actually like 100% consistent and you could like go for it in tournament races. No. Okay. I think you need to like... How do I say that? I think you need to delay your second R press a tiny bit more. Or not. Maybe you actually need to do it faster so the boo doesn't do that animation at all. I don't want to get too excited over it yet. I just got really excited over it. But yeah. That looks so good though. I think left and then right is the strat. Like, face right first, go to the left of the boo, and then go like up right. That might be the strat. If this works, I'll already be more proud of this session than any other session ever. You can also just do that. Because it's maybe like a thing you can do. If the boo doesn't go down like that right away, then he stays in that area. So then you can do the extra damage. If you need to. It's like it's kind of like an option select kind of thing. Where you do these same inputs and it's different every time, but it still works out. Oh. I don't know why that is, why he just turns around there. I think maybe that is not because of the first part, but I actually need to stay to the left of the... Until he's like sure to go out. I'm gonna try just stepping into that like square thingy every time. Okay, I dragged it out. I could have had that. Oh, that still works. Was that second try? Oh, that probably was, judging by how far the boo was off. That would setup was good. Yeah, I think that might be it. Maybe I just need to hold R instead. I think I'll try holding R. It makes it a bit harder to get the actual double. But if it's a consistent manip, it's a or at least semi-consistent, already better than what I do now. That white square there, that light square also. Wait, it was still gonna go down there. Look at that. Okay, right, left, and then maybe left, left, right, and then maybe left again. Wait, can I just not... Wait, let me try something. Actually need to try some. Oh yeah, of course it doesn't charge you when you do that. Wait, it doesn't charge you when you do that. Do you know what that means? Let me try this actually. Yeah, that was already what I was hoping for. Look at that. If I can do that every time, even if it's the first try I find, then it might be like actually. I don't think you could do that when it's first try find, but then you can just do the charge. And just do what I just did, like earlier. Maybe we just left, dude. I went to normal mansion, I guess it doesn't matter for this. Yeah, then that happens. Try to space out your R pumps more, because then you don't do, then you like get to the left of the. I don't like that. Yeah, then that happened. I don't think that's consistent. It still works, but it seems risky to do because like miss one of the things you just up. I have to see if we could like space it out. It doesn't work. Sadly, because if that worked, that would be the biggest find in Luigi history. think I just need to move a bit more up. You could technically just mash all the cackles away, but then it's low and you don't have any health. I don't think it works. I'm gonna just do... See how it does that? Like when it's facing up and you manipulate away to another direction that is not the direction he's facing, then like yeah. Okay, I have an idea. I'm gonna not do the pumps or whatever it's called right away. I'm gonna get to the top left of the boo. Then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just lead it out as normal, but as soon as it stops moving like that, I'll just do an extra pump. Okay, that might be the strat. Because imagine if it wants to go up, then it stops in place, so then you can just do an extra pump. That has to be the strat. Dude, I'm like positive this is consistent. Like you don't want to do both the pumps right away, because then, like I just did, because it seems consistent, but like then, if he doesn't go down right away, you have a problem. What? Okay. Maybe make it move when it does that. I think then you need to move like to the right of the boot. Like while you're doing the R pump. Maybe that's actually it. It's so hard to tell, dude. Okay, I'm gonna delay my initial R press just a tiny bit more. And then I'm just gonna do the same thing. Like that is still consistent. That's so good. It at least makes it so that you don't lose like a boatload of time. Why does it do that? Why does it do that? Dude, I don't get it. There has to be something that I did wrong there because it keeps going down when I do that. There has to be something. Maybe I need to hold R for like more than 1 frame, like do more than 1 damage to. Every time it seems to work, it's like at 48. Yo, Polar dude. I'm trying to find this consistent bootable setup. I'm getting close, I think. Thing I noticed is if you pump the boot again while it's changing direction, then it actually goes down right away. If your position is good. Good. Imagine if you could tech skip with this dude. You probably can, but it's just ridiculously. Yo, 3 odds. How much is? Why is my PC so loud, by the way? Pain. But anyways, not much is up. Just grinding some runs, as usual. Well, not runs at the moment. I'm trying to figure this out. This would forever change the way the game is played. That seems so good. Accidentally text skipping, dude. Then you have to like lead the boo like all the way left, like all the way up left. That seems harder to do than just getting a clean sucker. Storage boo likes to like leave right away sometimes, like to the left when you're doing. That is like the backup for it. I think you need to like get this. It is really hard. It's probably not hard, but it's like we just haven't figured it out yet. I think that's the issue. I'm trying to figure it out though. I've been trying to stand. Okay, so what I do now is I go and stand on this thing. Then as the move moves, I hold like down left. Then I R pump and then I go here. And then if it stands still here, I try to do another one because that makes the boo go down right away. Got a lamb, but keep getting... Yeah, I saw like you posted about it in the Discord, right? That sucks, dude. I don't really know what to do about that. Like, probably just clean your disk and your reader. I don't think there's much else you can... That's horrible, dude. Imagine if it just darts out right away every time you do that thread. Like, you saw it go how it went down like instantly. Imagine if it just clips through the wall right away. Imagine if that was actually like consistent. Here. The game. Yeah, that's like the one drawback to the strat. I think it can still go left. Maybe you need to hold. Maybe I need to hold more right-ish. That's my initial angle. But okay, I'm gonna just do this a couple more times, then I promise I'll do runs again. But I just needed to know. Need to know. Also, I really need water. I'm thirsty. I don't have a bottle here. I should probably have a bottle here when I stream. Usually I just drink like 10 liters right after. Like right after stream and before. Dude, so good. Hydrate before next run. Dude. Probably do that, but I don't want to waste time, you know. I just want to do a run. I'll get water in the run, like in the water split. Yeah, okay. That is the backup. Like, if it stands still like that, you can do that, but then you have to, like, move up again to make sure it doesn't do that, I think. If I can get 50% insta-clip, 50% that, I'll sign for that. By the way, speaking of drinking stuff, I actually went out today with, like, a couple people I know from uni for the first time ever. Like, no, that's not the spread. Like, I never actually, in those 2 years of being at school, it's almost been 2 years, but in those 2 years of being at school, I've never actually, like, met up with people outside of school, like, done something. But now, 2 people, like, 1 person out of my group, we had, like, this, like, small group inside this bigger class. And we had, like, a texting group for that. I'm gonna do runs, by the way. I feel confident enough in this. It's not consistent yet, but I'll figure it out.